So we're really gonna have Sue really take over AEW, huh? Yep, we're talking about it. Welcome to a brand new episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. What's up? Hello. So this is really delayed, and I'm really sorry. I got really busy. Thursdays are probably the worst days for me, school-wise. But here we are. So we're talking about Dynamite last night, and it was really good. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So for once, I have my notes actually written. They're not on a screen. So let's see if I can actually read them and do this. So the Young Bucks as heels is probably one of the best things going on in wrestling right now. So like when they were heels, like when they were in like Ring of Honor and stuff, like that's what made the Young Bucks good, and that's what really set the difference from what they were in TNA as Generation Me to now. So I loved their heel turn. I'm so excited to see what they do. I hope that they are heels when they win the titles eventually. I don't want them to win them as faces. I want them to win as heels because I feel like that's where they're more dominant. I feel like most wrestlers are actually better heel. And I feel like I'm one of the few people that think this. But wrestlers as bad guys are way better than wrestlers as good guys. So the Young Bucks super kick another referee after getting fined last week by Tony Khan $5,000, and they throw the cash in Tony Khan's face. So if you watched BT on Monday, they actually kind of did the same thing where they walked into Khan's office, they had $500 in cash, and they threw it in his office. So like I said, I really, really like this heel turn, and I'm really excited for it to play out. I'm hoping that they kind of, when we talk about Kenny, I hope they unite and become the heel elite, and then it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So the first match is the Jurassic Express versus FTR. This tag team division, this is what WWE needs. WWE literally needs to revamp their tag team division after watching AEW's, because if you look at AEW, most of their matches are tag team matches because they have such a dominant tag team division, where if you look at WWE, there's no tag teams because they're just splitting everyone up, and it's so bad. So this match was really, really good. Great back and forth. The Jurassic Express were really proving themselves the last couple weeks. Like after the Fatal 4-Way Gauntlet match, and then their match against the Bucks it all out, and now this week against FTR. Like they're really, really top-notch stuff here. So I hope I would say by the end of 2020, but I know that's way way too close. So I would say by June of 2021, if they do not win the tag titles, I'm gonna be really upset. Because they deserve it. They really, really do. Like, when you first saw Jurassic Express almost a year ago when AEW first debuted, you were like, what is this garbage? But now it's really good. And, just incredible. FTR really showing that they are one of the best tag teams in the world. I am so excited for FTR versus the Young Bucks. Please. Do it on the 1 year show. Please do it October 14th. I need to see the match now. And then this was so dumb, this next segment. So basically, we cut to the back, and Alex is doing an interview and with the private party, and Matt Hardy's on the floor, and I don't know, I just saw him on the floor get attacked. And then here comes Jericho. Oh my god, what happened? So, I understand that you're putting Hardy with private party because obviously he's injured, he can't do anything right now. But I don't know what they're trying to do with Hardy. I really don't. I understand Jericho's going to the tag team division, okay, they're gonna feud and they had the match later that night. That's perfectly fine by me. But are you saying when Hardy gets cleared, you're gonna try to do Hardy and Jericho? What was the point? What was the point? Stupid. Kenny's on commentary, yay. Adam Page versus Kazarian. So it's funny because I really want to say that Kazarian's really underutilized in AEW, which is super weird because he is an older wrestler. He was one of the founding fathers of TNA. And I just feel like they can do so much more. I know they split SCU up, and Sky's going after individual titles, and it's Daniels and Kazarian, and, like, I think they both have backstage rules. I'm not 100% sure, though. But I just want to see them get used more. I like it. Like, Daniels on BTE is so funny. Please use them. This match is really good. Paige wins, and Kenny reiterates for the 15th other time, I am not going back in tag team. I am focusing on singles, which is fine, Real, by the end of 2020, I feel like Kenny should be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. That's probably not going to happen, but that's something that should. But I feel like to get there, you need to set up Kenny and Paige, and I don't know if this is a slow build to get there, to then have Kenny turn heel to go with the Bucks, like we said, but come on, people. Like, please, that's what you need to do. Like, if I had, like, a planning to plan, like, AEW till the end of 2020, it's, like, him and Paige. Feud. Title. Win. End of 2021. Heel Elite. Tag titles. World Heavyweight Championship. MJF was in a nice squash match because now we have to put him over. And, of course, he's trying to tell us that he didn't lose because Mox cheated. Now, his argument for once is actually, like, acceptable because technically Mox did use the paradigm shift and he wasn't allowed to do that. So now he wants to be called the undefeated, undisputed, uncrowned world champion of AEW. That is super long, first of all. So obviously, MJF is going to be AEW World Champion. Like I said in the All Out review, the fact that he is literally 23 years old and he is this big of a heel, he is probably the biggest heel in the company that I have right now. If you want to take, like, the Bucks and Paige and, like, Kenny out of the equation, that's huge. But, like, I know that they're going to set up for Warlow. I know that's what they're attempting to do because then, he goes on to say, they got a title shot, you have to be in a faction around here. And, like, I like writing solo. Hello, you have a partner. You have a partner. So, I know what's next for Mox is, like, we'll get into it. It's going to be Archer at the 1 year show, October 14th. So, I don't know what they're doing with MJF. I mean, it was good promo. He's one of the best heel promo talkers right now. All I'm asking is please put MJF in a long-term feud. Please have something for him. Taz is now breaking down other people's maneuvers and saying how powerful they are. He had done this with Cage when he first debuted, like when he was in that whole feud with Mox. Now he's doing it with Ricky Starks. This was fine. Okay, coolio. Eddie Kingston, if we hear every single week that you you won the Battle Royal because you didn't get over the top rope, oh my god, stop. Besides that, his promo, phenomenal! He talks about how his faction, it's not a faction, it's a family. That families fight, and that's why, like, they bicker sometimes because they're one cohesive unit. They beat up people, like, people in the crowd and stuff. And he tells Blade that he has to deal with his problems at home, meaning Allie, which means the Butcher and the Blade are gonna feud with Dustin and QT Marshall. Yes. So this is actually, like, interesting because I don't watch Dark as often, so I was, of course, confused, like, people who don't watch Dark, of, like, why are you putting QT and Allie together? So I'm actually excited to get the story behind this and, like, really, what are they doing? So this was good. This was really, really good. Kingston is a phenomenal promo talker. Literally, if you do not watch BTE, literally just go to Mondays. The first, I think, a minute and a half to 2 minutes is literally him cutting a promo on chocolate chip cookie. And it's so funny. He's like, look at the cookie, like, crying. And I'm like, yes, this is what we need. Private Party versus Inner Circle. Yes. Private Party really, really showed themselves. They were probably one of the most underused tag teams, in my opinion, when AEW started. And to see where they are now, yay! They beat the Bucks in the beginning, like, when they were going on that tag title hunt and, like, Private Party events. I was like, oh my god, Private Party. And they're really good. They looked really good here against the Inner Circle, even though the Inner Circle won, but that's, of course, because Jericho is, leading them to the title. But this is really good, and then, Jericho attacks dumb after the match because Jericho's a heel, and that's what heel Jericho does. Myro. I'm so excited. So I actually believe, and I told my dad this last week, that him being in this kind of wedding angle is kind of a dig at WWE for what they did to Rusev when it was Rusev, Lana, and Lashley and that whole triangle. So this is really funny to me. I'm probably way wrong, but there's some evidence to back it up, right? I'm not that crazy. So, he wants to wrestle really badly, and it keeps no, you're the best man, you still have one more thing to do, and now, of course, it's to host the most amazing bachelor party ever, so I'm really excited. I'm just excited that Myra's in AEW. I was really scared that, he was just gonna quit wrestling after, WWE released him, but I'm really excited. Yes. Now, Lance. So I don't have a problem with Lance Archer. I don't. And I don't have a problem with Jake Roberts. Just this, I don't like the approach they're taking to this angle. So Archer does, so next week it's a 6-man tag. It's Allen, Mox, and Hobbs versus Starks, Cage, and Archer. So Archer's complaining, I can do this by myself. I don't need tag partners. And then Taz is whoa, but, we have that rule, once you win October 14th, you're gonna verse Cage for the title. Which is a match I'd want to see, but I know that Archer's not gonna win the title, so, okay. And then, Hobbs, Cage and Shark attack Mox, and then Hobbs comes out. It's a whole thing. It's hyping up next week's 6-man tag. It's going to be a good match. It's just little tweaks. And I'm not trashing on AEW. I thought Dynamite was really good last night. It's just little tweaks, people. They're listening to me about Thunder Rosa, though. They are keeping her. Oh my god. So Bellas versus Rosa was a really good match, and they're continuing this feud with Cheetah. So next week it's going to be I can never say Dynamite, sure, versus, it's going to be Dynamite and Velez versus, Rosa and Cheetah tag match next week, which is going to be really, really good. So this match was good. I really enjoyed it. I love seeing Rosa on my TV, though. Yay. Thank you, AEW. Thank you. That main event. Oh, my God. Oh, so I was really scared on time-wise because it was oh my god, are we really gonna have a 12-minute main event? And I was so scared, but it was so good. So usually parking lot brawl, I'm okay, they're gonna start in the back and they're gonna make their way to the ring, and it's gonna be so dumb. But this was so good. You have the cars surrounding it, destroying cars, there was blood. The best friends won, which was really exciting. Cassidy came out and did his version of the Superman punch. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But it was so good. And the best part, and this was the most, over thing, and it's so funny just how wrestling works, because, fans react to, the stupidest thing, but it just works. So they had, the minivan, Sue, in her new minivan, and they're driving off, and then the car just stops, and then Sue holds up the middle finger to Santana and Ortiz. Oh my god, it was so funny. It was great. It was actually great. This is really exciting. If you read, some of the things, Trent's mom has, baked brownies and cookies for everyone backstage at AEW. And I think, I read this morning that, she was giving parenting advice. It's just so great. So good. So yeah, I like AEW Dynamite last night. I mean, to me, there's just tweaks, but I feel every wrestling show needs tweaks and critiques. I mean, that's why we're all in this business, right? We review to give advice to what wrestling should do, and it's just not gonna work out that way. So that is this review. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I will see you Saturday for a review of SmackDown. I'm in the Thunderdome for more than 15 minutes. So last week I was in the Thunderdome for SmackDown. And literally when I got the email, they were oh, you're going to enter the Thunderdome at 9:45. And I was what? 9? I'm only going to be in there for 15 minutes. So I thought, okay, maybe they keep you in there for 2:05 Live. They don't. I was literally in there for the 10-minute main event. I was so mad. But luckily, I got in. I'm going to be there for the last hour. I'm really excited. So yeah, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Give me your opinions on Dynamite and anything else I say. You can challenge, you can do whatever. Make sure you click that bell for notifications, and I will see you Saturday morning for our review of Friday Night SmackDown. Bye, guys.